So I just wanted to share some of my thoughts, some of my feelings about the Pint. I'm thoroughly enjoying riding it. It's certainly a different riding experience compared to the Plus, but it's a great riding experience. It's a little bit wobbly at first when you get on it, especially if you're used to riding, a heavier board. Um, and the wheel's a little bit smaller, so I can definitely feel that I can turn a lot easier on the Pint. The Pint accelerates quickly, and you can really feel it, and it's just zippier, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But I mean, certainly you can go just as fast on the Plus, and I do. But I don't go over 15 miles an hour. Usually I keep it under 15, so the speed of the Pint is actually perfect. I don't have a problem. I haven't even hit pushback because and I've ridden it. I did one stretch of riding on it. The first day that I rode it, I got 9.6 miles out of it. So I'm about 215 pounds. So from what I understand, that's not bad range, and that's certainly better range than the Plus, which I get. I get about 7 miles out of the Plus. I've got a Hoosier 6.0 on that, and so they say the treaded takes a little bit of mileage down, but I haven't really noticed that too much. But anyhow, um, the Pint's great. The only problem I've had is with the Bluetooth. The connection with the watch, it just drops. So that's one thing that's sort of annoying, but I could fix that if I moved my phone to my front pocket. I always keep my phone in my left pocket, so I'm not used to carrying the phone in the other pocket. So I think if I kept the phone in the other pocket, then the watch would be right next to the phone, so there probably wouldn't be a Bluetooth connection issue. I just need to move my phone basically to another pocket to resolve that. So I've also heard that you can use a leather case to help with that as well. But my favorite thing about the Pint is that it's just buttery smooth. When you get across like a sidewalk that's nice and smooth, I mean, it's just a super smooth, buttery ride. Like going across like driveways and things like that, you can really feel how just super smooth it is. So that's one thing I really like about it. Um, one thing I don't like is the headlights. I went for a ride at dusk, I guess a couple days ago, and the lights aren't very good on the front. So for night riding, I mean, I don't really ride much at night, but if I did ride at night, I'd definitely have to either have a flashlight or something like that, because this certainly would not illuminate my way enough that I'd be comfortable. So that's really, I think, my biggest gripe so far about the Pint. But other than that, the riding experience is just amazing, and you can certainly tell that you just get a different kind of ride than you would with the XR. Or I'm not familiar really with the XR. I have a Plus, but it's basically the same. Just I don't really need all the range of the XR, but I would like the extra voltage of the XR. So at some point, I probably will get an XR, especially if I'm gonna go on a super long run. But I generally don't ride any more than 2 or 3 miles at a time. So I just ride for fun. I don't commute on it or anything like that. And this is what I usually do, just around my neighborhood, up and down some sidewalks and things like that. I've been on a couple group rides, and I like to ride all over the place, especially if I'm traveling. I've been taking this now to do my photography projects. So I haven't actually used it in the field yet to shoot, but it's been there, just waiting for the opportunity. I don't think I'll have any problems with my gear and this board. I did have I tried Simple Stop, and I could not get Simple Stop to work. It was weird because I try to stop, and I would lean back, and for whatever reason the board would like lurch forward. So I just remove my foot from the front, put my foot down, and do it that way. And I did it once, and it banged the shit out of my leg. So I was like, fuck it. I turned off the Simple Stop, and I haven't had any problems at all. I, you know, I do the heel lift, and that works perfectly for me. So anyway, I would like to learn how to do Simple Stop. I feel like I need to, but I mean, I found that I was thinking it might be useful, especially for some work situations, but with the gear on my back or a camera in my hand, I definitely can't have that board lurching forward on me. So I'll probably just continue to do the heel lift. It's the most control that I have as far as dismount from the board. And out of all the things with this board, that's probably the thing that I'm challenged with the most. So, but anyway, if you're considering getting a board, definitely I recommend the Pint. But I can see the Pint being useful for short run situations and things like that. I don't know. It would be nice to test this long range, but um, a 9.5 mile for range for me, that's plenty of range actually for what I do. So I would like to be able to maybe charge in field, and I think I can do that. Um, I've got some of that for my Plus, so I'm sure they'll figure out a way that you can do this in the field with the Pint. So anyway, that's been my review of the Pint. It's a freaking awesome little board. I love it. It's not really little. I mean, I'm comfortable on it, and like I said, I'm 215 pounds and totally comfortable on it. Feet nice and comfy on it. I've got size 9.5 feet, so I don't have any problems at all with the board um, as far as the dimensions and all that good stuff. So anyway, I hope that helps some of you guys out that are looking at the Pint. I say don't hesitate. I've only been riding one wheel for about 7 months now. I've got about 1,100 miles on my Plus. I intend on keeping the Plus. I actually want to get a V1 and an XR. I'd like to have one of each type of board because I feel like they all probably have a different riding experience, and that's certainly what I'm after with this. So I want those different riding experiences. So anyway, that's all.